Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Friday Night Frenzy, the show the players watch. I'm Sam Ali, and I don't have live shots or my own show, but I do have my face on a t-shirt. Lots of games going on tonight, so we start with one of the biggest rivalries in all the land as Ishpeming hosted MPC foes Iron Mountain. Last year, the Hematites lost to the Mountaineers inside the yellow walls, but this year they are hoping for better things. First quarter, Iron Mountain forced into a 3rd and long situation. The play goes nowhere as Jeff Best makes the tackle and the Mountaineers have to punt. Then the Hematites are forced into a 4th down situation. They go for it, but Dylan Spade is there for the tackle, and Iron Mountain gets the ball back. And they would capitalize a few plays later. Jacob Tucker looking to his left, and he floats one towards Charlie Gerhard, and he grabs it, gains a couple more yards until he is tackled near the 10-yard line. Big gain for the Mountaineers there. Then on the next play, Tucker takes the snap, rolls to his right, and he's got his eyes on the sideline to the end zone, gets the edge, the pylon, and he is in. 11-yard touchdown for Tucker. Extra point is good. Mountaineers lead 7-0. But the Hematites would respond. Direct snap to Hunter Smith towards the right. Smith breaks away from the pile and heads for the sideline, makes a bunch of guys miss before he's finally brought down inside the 30-yard line for a nice gain. 2 plays later, it's Smith right up the middle, and he finds the end zone. Ishpeming would blow this game open in the second half as they get the win over Iron Mountain 34-7. Let's go to the scoreboards now as Newberry gets a big road win over Manistee, 49-8 the final score, and Norway opens their season at home with a big win over Northern Elite, 34-7. The Knights host the Hematites next week. Should be a great one. Let's go to Gwyn. The Model Towners hosting the Mid-Penn's newest squad, the Gladstone Braves. On the first play of the game, the Braves look to set the tone early. Austin Forbes carrying the ball for Gwyn, and boom! Darren Johnson lays the lumber on Forbes. Big hit there. Gwyn would eventually punt the ball, and you know what they say about special teams? They can change the game. Christian Cretan comes up with the block, the scoop, and the score. That put Gladstone up 7-0. Later in the opening quarter, Blaine Bridges gets his number called, and number 5 picks up a nice chunk there. 13 yards on the play, but Gwyn would turn the ball over on downs. Ensuing possession for the Braves. 3rd and 5 from their own 46. Darren Johnson to Jeff Stenson downfield, and Stenson would do the rest. A 54-yard TD put the Braves up 14-0 after 1. To the second, and Gladstone's air assault continued. Johnson looking deep, and for good reason. Spencer Husby hauls it in, and he would not be caught. That 56-yard score put the Braves up 20, and Gladstone stuns Gwyn on the road 42-0 to earn their first conference win. 5 TDs on the night for Braves quarterback Darren Johnson. Let's go to Westwood now. Scott Sergila and the Patriots looking to start the season on a high note against Munising. Westwood was up 14-0 at the half, but had some issues to start the third. A bad snap near midfield as the Mustangs' McCoy Freeman picks it up. Ethan Burke will catch him from behind, but Munising is now in business near the goal line. But Westwood, well, their defense would force the Stangs into a 4th down at the 5-yard line. Alec Blank rolls to his right, trying to find an open man, and the pass falls short. Turnover on downs, the second goal line stand of the night for the Westwood defense. 4th quarter now, Patriots with their own 4th down situation, but they got Nate Beckman, remember? What a throw and what a catch by Burke to move the chains inside the red zone. And then a few plays later, it's that Beckman guy. Expect some big things from him this season. Touchdown Patriots as Westwood gets the win over Munising 22-6. More scores as Brent Locust scores a 35-yard touchdown with less than 7 minutes to go to give Calumet the win over Northland Pines 14-6. And Lance has no trouble on the road against Houghton. The Purple Hornets win it 27-0 thanks to 2 TD passes from Cooper Jeffetson and a pick 6 by Logan Fish. Let's go below the bridge now as Nogami faced off against Boyne City, and in the second, Ethan Hills finds Mason Gardner for the TD. Ramblers go up 20-6 on that spectacular catch. Later in the same quarter, Hills hands it off to Joseph Baugh. He takes it up the middle, gains some yardage before eventually being taken down near the sideline. That sets up this play. Moments later, Hills drops back to pass, finds Dylan Williams, who will reach over the goal line for the touchdown. Ramblers now up 26-6. Later, Boyne City, they're going to fumble the ball. It's picked up by Nogani's Theo Kumpala, and he will take it to the end zone. But the Ramblers were just too much as they go on to win this one, 51-13. We go now to Traverse City. Now, St. Francis hosting Marquette, second quarter. Redmond's Brendan Caskey backpedals to find some room, but Joey Muzliokovic jumps to get the sack. Later, Caskey making up some ground with a screen to Ethan Martish, who grabs a much-needed first down. Less than a minute in the half, Danny Passano fakes to his running back before taking off on his own. He jukes through the defense for 33 yards down the field. And Passano wouldn't have the only big yardage play tonight. Tom Hedgewald is going to get the screen here, and he kept on going for 25 yards to give his team a first down. Gladiators leave victorious 21-7 to earn their 500th victory in school history. Let's get some more scores. It was a tough one for Kingsford as they get their comeback, falling short against Menasha 21-14. And Bark River Harris was in a nail-biter against West Iron County, and the Broncos hold on for the win 14-12. The boys from the Sioux get a home opening win over Sheboygan 13-0, and it was Hurley more than doubling up Gogebic at home 44-20 the final there. To Delta County now for an interpeninsula matchup as Escanaba hosted Alpena. First quarter, Eskimo strike first, handoff to Scout Wonder, and he goes in with ease. First TD of the season for Wonder gives Eski an early 7-0 lead. The Wildcats would answer back, though. Handoff goes to Logan Guthrie, and he breaks to the far sideline, and he will score. 8-yard touchdown for Guthrie ties this game at 7 apiece. We go to the second now, Escanaba. They're facing a fourth down just outside the red zone. Craig Kamen rolling to his left, throws one up, and Ryan Robinette says, "I got this, yo." The 6'2 senior using all of his height to give Eski a 14-7 lead. And there would be more where that came from. Handoff again to Wonder, and there is no wondering where he ends up. Another touchdown for the Eskimos as they open the season with a win at home, 28-16. Let's get some 8-man scores as Forest Park loses a tough one at home against Rapid River, 38-36. Connor Bordellini and CJ Post each scored 2 TDs for the Trojans, who will face North Central next week in Powers, and it was Brimley over Posen, 26-18. We have reached halftime on this edition of Friday Night Frenzy. Still to come, we head to Presque Isle Park for the 2017 Marquette Relays that took place earlier today. We'll be right back. Hey, welcome back. What a beautiful day it was in the UP, but we've been seeing some frost in the past few days. UP weather just can't make up its mind. It's a lot like my wife when we're deciding where to go eat. And by the time things are figured out, it's too late to do anything, so you just stay home. This morning, at the super early time of 10 a.m., the 2017 Marquette Relays were held at Presque Isle Park. And here is the start of the boys group as they ran like Drake was in Marquette. And if you don't believe that's how they would react, remember when Channing Tatum was in town? Yeah. A few minutes later, I handed the camera to a squirrel so he could get the start of the girls group. Fun fact, the squirrel's name was Melvin. It's true. Let's check in with Marquette's Jake Rambo, no relation to fictional soldier John Rambo. And right behind him, that's Nogani's Colton Yesney. Here's another fun fact. Colton is the 2,397th most common name in America. I looked that up. Let's jump back to the girls' race, and that's Nogani's Emily Popur. And like the Hardy Boys, she makes the tag to her partner, Clara Johnson, who was ahead of the pack by a lot. Let's jump to the finish line, and Rambo's partner, Garrett Rudden, takes first place with a time of 28 minutes and 40 seconds. Nogani's Yesney and Elliot Percy were in second at 30 minutes and 29 seconds. For the girls, it would be the Johnson-Popur combo from Nogami taking first place with a time of 35 minutes and 12 seconds. Marquette's Delaney Saul and Sam Borzik were in second at 39 minutes and 35 seconds. Let's check out the overall team results now. For the boys, Westwood was in 5th, Gladstone was 4th, Nogami was 3rd, Ishpeming was 2nd, and in first place was Marquette. And for the girls, it was the same. Westwood, Gladstone, Nogami, Ishpeming, and in first place was the Redettes. That'll do it for me on this edition of Friday Night Frenzy. Be sure to look out for a special announcement on our social media outlets. regarding our ABC 10 NFL Challenge coming soon, where you will have the chance to win some great prizes from our local sponsors. Okay, I'm heading out. Jimmy Kimmel is next here on ABC 10. From all of us here at the station, have a great night and a great weekend. We'll see you back here on Monday. Bye.